GMP guidelines were established in response to incidents where products were contaminated, adulterated, or improperly manufactured, leading to serious harm. Having an effective GMP program is a vital component to an effective quality and food safety system. GMP stands for Good Manufacturing Practice, which is a system of guidelines and procedures designed to ensure that products like pharmaceuticals, foods, and medical devices are consistently produced and controlled to meet quality standards appropriate for their intended use. GMP aims to minimize risks in production, such as contamination and errors, and ensures products are safe, pure, and effective by building quality into the manufacturing process from start to finish. According to the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, both U.S.-based and international food facilities are typically mandated to register under Section 415 of the Federal Food, Drug, and Cosmetic Act. This means they must adhere to the risk-based preventive controls outlined in Part 117 unless the facilities are subject to specific exemptions. The main components of good manufacturing practices, also known as the 5 Ps of GMP, are people, products, processes, procedures, and premises. The first P is for people. In manufacturing settings, all personnel must be thoroughly trained and understand their specific roles. Regular performance evaluations help ensure that everyone is competent and adheres to GMP standards. A way to look at this in the workplace is for an employee working in a dairy facility should be trained in pasteurization processes and also in hygiene practices to prevent cross-contamination. Then next component is the products. Documenting every step of the manufacturing process is a cornerstone of a GMP program. This ensures that procedures are transparent and adhered to consistently. If discrepancies arise, they must be meticulously analyzed and documented. A way to look at this is for a chocolate manufacturer to specify the quality of cocoa beans and dairy products used, and ensure each batch meets these specifications before processing. This level of detail helps in standardizing flavors, textures, and safety of the final products. Third is the processes. This refers to both the raw materials used and the finished goods produced. Clear specifications must be established for all materials and products at every stage of production. In food manufacturing, standards for ingredient quality and finished product testing must be explicitly defined to ensure safety and consistency. For example, a bakery might regularly review and improve its baking times and temperatures to ensure product consistency while reducing energy consumption. Fourth is procedures. The condition and cleanliness of manufacturing equipment and facilities are fundamental. Continuous checks and validations ensure that all equipment operates efficiently and safely. A practical example is the routine sterilization of machinery and work surfaces in a food processing plant to meet health and safety standards. And lastly is the premises. GMPs emphasize the continuous improvement of manufacturing processes. Each process must be clearly defined, routinely evaluated, and enhanced as needed. Regular self-audits help identify areas for improvement, ensuring ongoing compliance with industry standards. An example is a meat processing plant that performs daily sterilization of its processing equipment and periodic deep cleaning of its entire facility to comply with food safety standards. The 10 principles of good manufacturing practices provide a framework for quality and consistency in manufacturing. The 10 principles of GMP include: 1. Create standard operating procedures, or SOPs. Establish and meticulously maintain detailed SOPs that outline all critical processes. This ensures consistency in operations and quality control, providing a reference point for both training and evaluation. 2. Implement and enforce SOPs and work instructions. Adherence to these SOPs is non-negotiable. Regular and rigorous application of these procedures ensures consistent output and operational efficiency. 3. Document procedures and processes. Accurate and comprehensive documentation is fundamental in GMPs to trace every aspect of the manufacturing process. This allows for clear accountability and the ability to review operations and trace problems when they arise. 4. Validate the effectiveness of SOPs. Validation ensures that equipment and processes produce results that meet predetermined specifications. This step is crucial for maintaining the integrity of the manufacturing process and ensuring product quality and safety. 5. Design and use working systems. All facilities, resources, and operational blueprints should be designed to maximize quality production. This integration ensures seamless operations and reduces the potential for errors or contamination. 6. Maintain systems, facilities, and equipment. Regular equipment and facility maintenance ensures that every production batch is made under optimal conditions, safeguarding product integrity and worker safety. 7. Develop job competence of workers. Ensuring that all employees are trained and competent in their roles is essential. Regular training and assessments help maintain high standards and adapt to new regulations or technologies. 8. Prevent contamination through cleanliness. Personal and environmental cleanliness prevents product contamination. Strict hygiene protocols are critical in environments sensitive to microbial and particulate contamination. 9. Prioritize quality and integrate it into the workflow. Continuous environmental monitoring must be employed to detect conditions conducive to contamination in production areas. This involves regular checks and balances to ensure that the environment remains within set specifications for cleanliness and safety. And 10. Perform GMP audits regularly. Regular audits verify compliance with all prescribed regulations and internal guidelines. A GMP audit checklist is crucial for continual improvement and demonstrating regulatory compliance. So what are the GMP requirements? GMP requirements are areas of focus that enable food manufacturers to produce products with high degrees of quality and safety, from record-keeping and process controls to sanitation and recall plans. The specific key GMP requirements include: establishment of quality management systems. The foundation of GMP is the requirement for a robust quality management system, or QMS. This system ensures that each aspect of the manufacturing process is controlled and consistent, aiming to minimize or eliminate instances of contamination, mix-ups, and errors. This means having clearly defined and well-controlled processes, verified by independent quality testing, and staff adherence to quality standards throughout production. Documentation and record-keeping. Accurate documentation and record-keeping are mandatory to achieve traceability and accountability in manufacturing processes. This includes the creation and maintenance of batch records, equipment logs, and training records, which help in tracking the history of a product batch and investigating any issues that arise. Personnel qualifications and hygiene. Personnel working in manufacturing facilities must have the appropriate qualifications, training, and cleanliness to prevent product contamination. GMP requires that all personnel understand their roles and responsibilities, and that they are trained to maintain high levels of hygiene, including the use of proper attire and grooming standards. Facility and equipment maintenance. Manufacturing facilities must be designed to facilitate proper maintenance, cleaning, and sanitary operations. The layout should prevent cross-contamination between different materials. Equipment must be appropriately designed, sized, placed, and maintained to function according to the process specifications. Validation and qualification. Processes and equipment must be validated to demonstrate that they work reliably. This involves qualifying that the machines, systems, and processes do what they are supposed to do based on predetermined specifications. Validation ensures consistent production and product quality. Production and process controls. GMP requires tight control over all aspects of production. This includes clearly defined and controlled formulas, manufacturing processes, and packaging systems. Controls must ensure that all production processes produce a product that meets predetermined quality specifications. Quality control and testing. Regular quality control testing is a must under GMPs. This involves testing raw materials and processed materials and finished products to ensure they meet established standards of quality and safety. There must be a system in place for approving or rejecting all materials, with each batch documented and filed. And lastly, handling of complaints and product recalls. A system must be in place for handling complaints, with procedures for investigation and documentation. Similarly, there should be a system for product recalls to remove potentially harmful or non-compliant products from the market swiftly. You can comply with GMP standards by following 6 measures, whether you manufacture human food or pharmaceuticals by forming a quality team. Form a cross-functional team from various departments like manufacturing, quality testing, and distribution to oversee GMP compliance and evaluate the facility's current practices against GMP requirements. Assessing your current operations. Evaluate current manufacturing processes to identify and address any deficiencies that may impede GMP compliance. Validating your GMP processes. Document and validate that all processes, cleaning procedures, systems, and analytical methods consistently deliver expected results, adhering to GMP standards. Running internal surprise audits. Perform surprise internal audits to identify deviations from GMP compliance and use the findings to make necessary corrections. Continuously monitoring performance. Monitor equipment, processes, and staff performance to ensure persistent GMP compliance and address commonly overlooked issues. And incorporating GMP compliance training. Implement comprehensive training across the company to educate employees on GMP standards, including aspects like record keeping, sanitation, and error minimization, supported by clear guidelines and manuals. A GMP program is a critical component of a food manufacturing quality and food safety system. Operationalizing the information presented will aid in ensuring GMP compliance. We hope you found this training valuable. Please click the subscribe button to access additional Food Sure training videos.